Hey, my friend, today I'll talk about how to find a great tenant for your property so you can avoid a lot of headache for the future. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesday. So number one thing you can do is offer the rent a little cheaper than the market, because once you keep it a little cheaper, then you get more offers for the property, and then you have more choices to pick from. So that's one. And also it will be comparatively other properties out there, it will be affordable, so it's a little cheaper. So that's number one. Number two, definitely do the background check. Credit, like credit can be messed up for different reasons, but definitely do a background check. You can go to any website, the tenant screening website, and it's like $100 or maybe sometimes less. Sometimes you can even do for $30. So anyhow, get a tenant screening check. That is very important. There is no rush. It's better to wait a little bit at the beginning, because this tenant is moving at least for a year. So that's very important. That's number two. Number three is check the job history. As long as this person have a secure job, they're not traveling from one job to other job, that's a no. That's a red flag. Someone is working for one particular kind of job, that means they like the job. They're going to stick to that particular job for a long time. And the secure job, like a good job, very important, because they have to cut you the check at the end of the month or beginning of the month. So that's very important. Check that. And number four, do not call the landlord. I know there's a traditional way that call the landlord, previous landlord, to check what kind of tenant was this tenant. But think about this. If this tenant was a bad tenant, you think that landlord is going to give you a bad report? No, because that landlord want this tenant out of their property. So regardless, is a good tenant or bad tenant, the previous landlord is going to give you always will give you a good report, because they don't want them if they're bad. So do not call the previous landlord. So yeah, this fourth step, you definitely follow. And number five is additional is, normally we ask for first month, last month, and the deposit, 3 months, or first month or 2 deposit. Make sure they bring you that. If that tenant does not have that saving, tomorrow something happens, how they're going to pay? Like maybe some month, like they didn't work full hours or so, they got a paycheck cut, how they're going to pay? So make sure that they have that little savings habit, so they bring you that the 3 months. I had previously, I had experienced that when someone comes, and most of the time, and they say, oh, I have 1 month or 2 months, whatever, break it down, it did not work out. So that's number five, the bonus tip. Hopefully this information going to help you find the right tenant for your property. Give me a call if you have any question. Sean Bhakta from REMAX Presidential South Florida Home Finder team. I'm glad to help.